Hey everybody, it's your Barada Zen, and I'm a wake-up artist. My passion is bringing awareness around the powerful being that we really are and the connection that we can have with the Creator and the Spirit. This is your weekly energy update, and what we do in these is look at the energies that are coming up for the week to see what advice the Creator and Spirit have for us for this. So I wanted to also announce a contest that I'm going to be having, and it starts right now. It's when I reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I'm going to be giving away 10 1-hour personal readings for 10 lucky individuals. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet and selected the little notification bell, do so, because once I reach 1,000 subscribers, I will be putting out a special video telling you how you can enter for that contest. For this week, for this energy update, we're looking at July 24th through July 31st, and we have the Leo new moon happening on July 28th this week. It'll be around 11:54 Mountain Standard Time, so almost around noontime Mountain Time. And of course, Leo is ruled by the mighty sun, which represented by this beautiful yellow crystal ball. And the sun kind of burns away the blocks or the restrictions that we have, allowing for the fiery energy of the sun and of Leo just to come forth. And that will allow us to have like this more fun in our lives without those restrictions, without those blocks. Kind of almost return to almost like a childlikeness where we have adventure and creativity. It also can bring in the chance for a little romance, and it's kind of like this bucket list checkoff time. We get to seek our passions and our joy and those things that make our heart sing. So I'm excited to see what this reading brings forth for us, and I'm going to have, of course, a reading for each of the individual zodiac signs. So we're going to jump into yours right now. All right, Sagittarians, this is your weekly energy update, and we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Celebration of Love Oracle. Any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. Do a good shuffle and see what they want you to know about this fiery Leo and Sun energy for this week. All right, so for our Sagittarians, which you, of course, are a fire element, so you really enjoy this fire energy. It's where you live. Actually, wow, you get two. And your first one is godliness, dimensional overlap. Love that. We'll put that right there. And then you also have unconditional love, little angels. So perfect. So put that right there. And we'll start off with godliness here and see what message comes with that for you. Maybe. There we go. So this image celebrates the acknowledgement of the magnificence of the soul, our higher aspect, our God selves. It calls us to step up to our divine heritage of being a son or daughter of the divine and live our life in that energy of the true beings that we are. Write down your major traits and focus on the few that truly make you the individual you are. Open yourself to the uniqueness the Creator blessed you with and request the guidance to use it for the betterment of yourself and humanity. The special message for this card says you are being inspired to open your heart to yourself. Circumstances and challenges have left you not feeling good about yourself. Know that your true nature and being is of God, and nothing can ever be big enough to cast a shadow on that. Walk in the truth that you are a child of the divine. Wow, yes, definitely. And we talked about that the sun energy and the Leo energy is about becoming childlike again, right? So realizing that you are a child of God who is made of unconditional love, which is perfect, this combination here. And let's read from that one as well. So this image celebrates the innocence of children and animals. You can't make this up. It calls us to get to know, understand, and embrace the aspect of ourselves which we call the inner child. Open the appreciation of children and animals. Focus on and feel their joy of being in the moment. Take a situation in your life and approach it through the eyes of a child, your inner child. Perfect. And the special message for that one is you are being inspired to open a wonderful, sharing, and delightful relationship with that little being down deep inside you, your inner child. Create a safe space in your heart to express yourself from that innocent aspect of yourself. Wow. I love that. So perfect for everything that we've been talking about already. And let's see, we're also going to pull from this Spirit Junkie deck and just see what else they would like you to know about this. Returning to feeling childlike, feeling cared for and loved without condition, though. That's the difference. And I'm reading an amazing book that I'm almost done with the first time through. I know I'm going to go through it several times. It's called The Presence Process by Michael Brown. And it is so much about going back to our childhoods and realizing that all the emotions we feel now, like any of our upsets, our setups, our little child, our emotional child, which is like from 7 and under, is when we have that emotional development piece. This inner child will continue to send messengers bringing the message of that emotion that it still has charged, that it didn't feel safe either feeling and expressing, or it suppressed it because it didn't know how to do it, or it talks about as we go into our mental stage of development from like 7 to 14, we basically shove that little emotional child of ourselves down into the basement and suppress it and hide it and forget it. And so all these other upsets we have in our life are the setups, reflecting back those emotions to have us reconnect back so that we can unconditionally love, unconditionally accept, and give it unconditional attention that it was looking for from the parents we had back then that were not able to give that to us at that time, and that we get to become that way for us. It's very transformational, so I highly recommend that. Especially they're nudging me with all this inner child that's coming in. So let's see what else they have to add for all you Sagittarians here. I'll link, if I remember, I'll link the book down in the description box below too, if you want to check that out. I trust that my intuition is always leading me in the right direction. So trusting your gut, trusting those messages that we're getting. And a lot of that is in our unconscious, our subconscious, that deals with all of this too. We're going to use the True Heart Intuitive Tarot to get some additional messages here. See what else they want you to know about this. Becoming childlike, developing this beautiful relationship. It does talk about in the book too how our inner child sees our adult self as a separate being from itself, but it's always watching over our shoulder. It sees our thoughts, what our decisions we make, our emotions we feel. And because we might not be totally on the up and up about how we're expressing ourselves in the outside world by what we're feeling on the inside, like saying yes to things we want to do when we really don't, it doesn't trust us so much in the beginning if it hasn't developed that relationship that it talks about here. And so it takes time for us expressing ourselves authentically for us to build that trusting relationship with that little inner child, which is pretty amazing, right? So let's see, what else for our Sagittarians? What else do you want them to know? Okay, they do want that one. Okay, this one, and this one. Actually, you get a little bonus one for the middle there. All right, so we'll start with this one over here, and you do have the 7 of discs, which would be the 7 of pentacles. This does represent like continuing to do the work, continuing moving forward, like, the ins and out things in your life that might seem boring, like carrying water, chopping wood is what they, a Zen saying says. But it also is this kind of change of perspective, the change of direction that you're wanting to do. Think of like the 6 of Pentacles, having this equal flow and things are just all in alignment. Nothing's obstructing anything. And then the 7 of Pentacles brings something right down in the middle of it. It's almost like there's a rock in the middle of your field. It's like, well, it was going so smoothly. Why is this thing, in my face? And that represents what I was talking about here before, how your child inner self has brought something into your face. I mean, literally, it's a giant face. It's brought it a face into your face for you to feel an emotion and understand that it's been yanking and tugging on your shirt since it was, 7 years old or younger, saying, pay attention to this. I need to express this emotion. It's bouncing around in the basement, still impacting your life, and it's ready for it to be felt. It's ready for it to be dealt with, and that's what this obstacle that's coming in here for you. So what else we have here? Yep, you have the World. So the World card is the last card in the major arcana. It's ending of major cycles to allow for new beginnings. So definitely what I was just talking about, it's ready for this cyclical thing that's been going on and on and on and on and on. It's going to continue to echo an old emotion until it is expressed. It's a charged emotion that's been going on and it hasn't been able to deal with, but you are ready to deal with it now. That's why it's coming to a head, and that's why you've come across this message for this week, is because it's time and you are ready. You're like, oh, I don't want to put the effort in. You are putting so much energy in maintaining that old charged emotion, and it's going to continue to show itself in different ways anyway. They're going to be feeling that emotion over and over and over again. What I love about that presence process is that you basically feel the emotion that you're feeling now in whatever situation is showing up in your face, and you ask yourself, when's the last time I felt this way? It doesn't have to be the same type of situation. It's like, this person betrayed me. When was I last betrayed before? It's like, no, when did the last time I felt betrayed? And it can be a situation or a circumstance, and you keep going back until you reach 7 years old or younger, and you feel that the origination of that emotion that's been echoing in all these other circumstances going forward. And then you pick up your little inner child, developing that relationship with them. You don't explain that their emotion isn't valid or why their emotion is coming about. You get out of your mind and you just embrace them with unconditional love, giving them that unconditional attention. Don't rush through it, and just accept them and love them for what it is. Allow them to express it and feel it, and then that emotional charge goes away and that cycle ends. You don't have that same emotion keep showing up in your life, because the little inner child will keep sending that emotion through another messenger, because that's the emotional message they're bringing over and over and over again, which you are ready to let go of, right? Yep, and here you have the 4 of Cups. So the 4 of Cups is emotions. It is stability, emotional stability coming in, which does tell me that you do take that step. You do allow that, expression of those painful memories, whatever it might have been, wherever you were disappointed. They have the 3 cups that are sitting here. Usually they could be spilt or they're unfulfilling, but you have one that is fruitful, one that is growing the rose there. And the other 3 cups, the stuff that was not bringing fulfillment, was a relationship of some sort, a situation or circumstance of some sort, or your body or a possession of something. There was something in one of those areas of our lives that was disappointing, that created this charged emotion that they're wanting to bring forward. And I love this one too. It's showing you taking a peek. I almost feel like this is your subconscious level that's going on, your little child, and here it's opening up for you to take a look at it and for you to review it and take a look at that situation. But 4s are a very stable number. Think of a table like with 4 large legs. So it's a very stable energy, and this is the emotional energy. So you are getting this stable emotional energy coming in because of what you're going to be doing here. Yeah, and then you have the 7 of Swords. So swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. So the 7 of Swords can be about deceit and deception. And because these are your thoughts and your beliefs, you're understanding those old thoughts and beliefs before that have been deceiving you. And you are ready. I mean, you have a 7 and a 7. So obstacles coming in, it's being revealed, the thought or the belief that has been this blockade, this blockage we talked about in the introduction that you're ready to let go of. I'm really excited to see what this one is here. Yeah, you have the 10 of Wands. Wands is your energy, and the 10 is endings and new beginnings. So you are ready to let that energy go that you've been investing in maintaining all this time. And you do get all that energy back. So again, this charged energy that's been invested maintaining this stuff when you were younger is coming back to you. So I love that. We're also going to use the Everyday Tarot to get some clarity here. Let's review here as I shuffle. What area would we like more information on? Yeah, I know the obstacle and the 7s, right? We want to know what that obstacle is. More information on that obstacle. So what else would you like us to know about that obstacle, the thing that's in the face of us? Okay, they want this one here too. And they said the bottom card. Okay. So let's take a look here. What else do we want to know? Yep, so you got the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is about the outside world. It's about our abundance, but he also has wonderful messages. He's lived through all the Pentacles experiences. He's full of wisdom on dealing with the outside world. And one of the big things that he likes to talk about is his journey of worth. So we'll come back to that, I'm sure. Yeah, you have the Ace of Wands coming in. So Ace of Wands is your energy. It's, here's the 10. That's the endings. Here's the new beginnings. You're basically taking your energy back and you're holding your energy in your own hands, which I feel is like the outcome of that. Yeah, and then you have the Death card. So death and rebirth. You are ready to definitely let these things go. It is this renewal that's coming in here. I mean, you have it, endings and new beginnings, ending of major cycles here, endings and new beginnings, endings and new beginnings. So they are basically telling you that, this is telling me that you are so ready to let this thing go that's been continuing to show itself over and over and over and over again. So the King of Pentacles, he basically learned that when he looked outside of himself for his definition and his worth, that he was sorely disappointed, and it was a very unstable feeling that he had, because when he looked outside of himself, this is like I was talking about with the 4 of Cups. It's relationships, situations, and things. When he looked outside of himself for this, then his worth felt unstable, because people change or pass away, situations never stay the same, and things break down, deteriorate, or are stolen or burned down, like we talked about, right? So that this emotional instability came for looking outside of ourselves for that, and our worth also felt that way and unstable as we looked outside of ourselves for that. So you have this stability that comes in your emotions because of the stability that you have in your worth, because the King eventually turns inward and remembers that he is this being, this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. This becomes your foundation, where we started off with. This is what is allowing you to be free from so many things and to get your power back. So I love that. And then your final messages we're going to pull from the Chakra Love deck here. And just get your final messages from Spirit and the Creator for our Sagittarians. What's your final messages? Okay, that one there, evidently, and that one there, evidently. And I do want to give you this one too. Right there. So this one is vulnerability. Showing vulnerability is a sign of strength. That is your throat chakra. And I really feel like as you go back and look at this stuff, that giving your little inner child the voice to share this with you and to express it feels vulnerable to you, but it is this necessary action for it, and you feel safe and you feel secure because of that, because you are that parent now. You're the one that loves it unconditionally, accepts it unconditionally, and gives it that full unconditional attention. And so even though it allows your inner child to be vulnerable in your arms and open up to you, it's a beautiful relationship you have. Yeah, because you have the crown chakra and peace. So that in stillness, the answer will be revealed. So definitely taking the time to do this is an important piece. I even talked about, you have the stability of emotions, you have the stability in your outside world that comes from all this. Yeah. And then your final card, heart chakra. And it says connection. Father Divine and Mother Earth make love in your heart. It's like this is that parent, this is the child role, right? And here you have this beautiful, beautiful love energy that comes in, feeling that unconditional love from the unconditionally loving, nurturing mother of all things, the divine feminine energy of spirit, and also feeling that powerful, supernatural, strong, unconditionally loving divine father energy as well, being able to sit in the hands and going back to this childlikeness. So what a way to end this, talking about father and mother and you being the child. There's I think it was over last year, where really Spirit had this message over and over and over again for me about that we are part of our own Trinity, that we have the divine mother, the divine father, and we're the divine child, where it's usually Father, Spirit, and was it God the Father, God Spirit, and Jesus Christ the child, that's the Holy Trinity. Well, we have our own Holy Trinity where we are that child, having a unique relationship where we are the only child. Like, you can have this relationship with the Creator of all things as an only child, because that's the capacity that the Creator has. He doesn't have to share his attention with the other trillions of other souls that are out there, because we only get like a millisecond of time over eternity to split out all the time. No, he has the ability to be both mother and father to us in this beautiful Trinity relationship. So I love that they're reminding me of that for you for this reading as well. So I love this for you, Sagittarians. You get to be like a child again and feel that joy and that wonderfulness. But if you are looking for even more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out monthly readings for each zodiac sign and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, and especially if you want to be notified of when I reach that 1,000 subscriber mark, where I'm going to put out a special video on how you can enter that contest for one of those, one of the 10 1-hour personal readings, then give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button. Also click the subscribe button and make sure to click on the notification bell, because when you go in there, if you select the all option, that's when you'll be notified of any new video that comes out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, and it helps my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like a video, share a video, comment on a video, and especially subscribing to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy happy and wants to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, I am, of course, very, very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and as I mentioned, I do offer personal readings. So if you're looking for specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings all the time, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, mighty Sagittarians, as you go through this wonderful, wonderful peace of mind, peaceful, inspiring week, please know that every second of every day that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. I'm sure I'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.